thanks for being here. A couple comments. Always grateful to our great fans and homecoming Ohio State style. Also, congratulations to my mentor, Earl Bruce, a guy that means the world to so many people in Buckeye Nation. And I think one of the greatest constituencies of Coach Bruce is the high school coaches in this great state. You know, he was a high school coach for many, many years, and followed Coach Hayes and had a brilliant career here. And I just, you know, some people learn from different people. I learned from him. What I learned from him was you do right. There's no gray area, and following the rules. Also about the premium place on education and toughness. That's what I take from Earl Bruce, and I'd like to think that, you know, maybe someday looks back at our program and says, you know what, they must have learned that from Coach Bruce. So I'm very appreciative of Buckeye Nation and Gene Smith allowing that to happen, and President Drake, because I know that's a unique deal, man. I think a seventh guy that's ever done that. And that's a hell of an honor. Second thing is JT Barrett broke the record, 60. You know, I'm a Ohio State fan, and so I know all the great quarterbacks at Ohio State, all the great players. And to see JT Barrett throw 60 and 21 starts only, averaging almost, is it 3 touchdowns per game? And that's just an incredible feat when you consider the school that he broke that at. It's still got a lot of football left. So congrats to JT, and he's very well deserved, and he played well today. I'll answer your questions for you.
Front row right.
Yeah, dovetailing off of JT, he seemed to have a kind of a slow start, obviously through that pick and stuff. What kind of came over him though as the game went along? He's
had slow starts before. He's just a good player, and I thought he played outstanding. I think the throw, I haven't seen it yet, but I think it was behind him a little bit. I think he misread it, to be honest with you. But I'll see more after I watch the videotape. But you know, had a slow start, but you know, comes right back. And our defense had a slow start too, gave up a few passing yards and then just stiffened up. So I'm not too concerned about that. What I was really pleased with is to get very good work on the 2-minute drill today. And that was flawless. I thought Tim Beck and Ed Warner did a nice job of communication as far as the clock, as far as the timeout, management of the timeouts. And it's just, you know, it's one thing to practice it in on Tuesday or Sundays when we actually practice, Sunday practice, but to do it in the live fire, that was very impressive.
Far left, Austin.
Urban, is it hard for you referenced that record, is it hard for you to believe that he has set it as quickly as he has? And second part, you talked in the offseason about your quarterbacks need to be Heisman candidates. Is that the level you think he's playing at right now?
Oh, sure. I think he's a Heisman candidate. That's no disrespect to other players. I just don't get to see a lot of them, but there's no doubt he's a Heisman candidate. I was taken aback about 2 weeks. I had no idea, but I think on the radio show and someone said he's only 5 away or a couple weeks, and I was like, 5 away from what? Because it doesn't seem like he's been playing that long for us. He's only been a starter for, I think this is his second 2.5 years starter at Ohio State, and very good player, very efficient player. That's what I love about him.
Far right over here, Dave.
Urban, I know the first few games you said Mike Weber left a few long runs out. He popped 2 today. Just want to know what you thought of his game.
Got caught once. The guy we had last year would have got caught, so couldn't have. I'm going to use that tomorrow. But no, he's getting better and better. And Coach Alfred, the drills are the very unique drills that they've been put together by keeping their feet up, because obviously it's a long year, but he's improving.
Front row left, Bill.
Well, tricky when it's 58-0, but other than the 2-minute drill, was there something that particularly you were happy with, and maybe something you were disappointed with today?
I thought our defense just smothered them. You know, I think we gave up some passing yardage early, but we have some respect, you know, have respect for the team we played and the scheme that they play. And they were hitting a couple crossing routes on us, but I feel our defense all over the field. Even when they do get a play, there's not usually solo tackles. You feel a few people getting hats on them. So I was very impressed with our defense. For someone said 33 yards in the second half. Wow, yeah, very good defense. And I thought our kickoff coverage, they received the wrath for the last 2 weeks, and I think we had 4 kickoffs inside the 20, correct, if I remember right. And they responded, because we don't do what happened. We are not supposed to allow what happened to happen in Oklahoma.
Did anything disappoint you?
Disappoint me? No, I think very pleased. They did what they're supposed to do and come out and play with a lot of chip on their shoulder, and they came out and played hard.
We'll stay over to the left, Rob.
Urban, picking up on the defense. Offense gets a lot of love, but this defense is on record pace, doing their best ever. Put yourself on the other side. What would keep you awake at night, having to face your offense or defense?
It's a good question, but I just think, once again, that you have 3 corners right now that they're getting a nice little rotation. I'm seeing numbers like 40 plays instead of 70 plays. And we play so much, it's basically 0 coverage the entire game. And when you have Gary on, Denzel Ward and Marshawn Lattimore, and then the fourth guy is pretty good too, Damon Arnett. We've never had that. I don't, even at Florida when I had Janoris Jenkins and Joe Hayden, it just didn't have the depth behind it. So we just need to continue recruiting that depth at that position. That frees up so much if you have 2 guys that you cover them too and then play.
Far right over here, Clay.
Coach, how did you, when you signed JT, how did you project him? I mean, does this speak to your fierce about recruiting, but also development?
Yeah, I've made this comment that Tom Herman and Trent Dilfer were responsible for signing that kid. You know, he was a guy that we had 2 kids in Ohio that ended up committing early, and it was my first year. I said, I need to see you throw, and for some reason that didn't happen. And we started losing commitments at quarterback right away. And Tom said, I think we should take this guy. And I was like, what's his name again? He said, JT Barrett. I said, okay. And I called Trent Dilfer from the Elite 11. He went to him. He sold me on it. We took him. He's the first quarterback I've ever signed that I never saw throw. Think about that.
So you trusted Herman that much?
Herman, and then I didn't know Tom. You know, that was a leap of faith. But the Trent Dilfer thing, when he saw him in a competitive situation in that Elite 11, that's what kind of sold me on that. And then Tom got to see him throw in the spring. So we had 2 people see him throw, but I did not see him throw. I guess we should do that more often.
And final questions, front rows, left, Scarlett.
How have the new 16 starters adjusted and improved since their first game of the season, and what do they need to do both on and off the field to progress?
They've done okay. I mean, there are a bunch of new names out there. You saw we played Ben Victor today, and he's a guy that he's just too good. He's too good of a player to sitting around. He won't be here for 5 years, so we said go, let that dog eat, and you'll see more and more of him. You just get better and better. So to answer your question, I think our guys adjusted well. We just need to continue to get depth in our program because we have 8 weeks left. And it's an 8-week, it's going to be a journey. So we need to continue to build depth.
And I do have one more, Coach. I'm sorry. Ari on the left.
Urban, you talked about depth and playing young players, you know, endlessly today. Not only did you get to play them, but, you know, 3 people scored a first career touchdown. A few had first career receptions, first time playing. It's more unusual to see how much production you got from some of these young guys. If you've been around a game like this in your career, that you can remember that so many people had their first scores and first, you know.
Usually not this late. Usually maybe game 1 or game 2, but there's just so, I mean, that's what we have 44 kids that when we started the season, first time playing at this level, and you can see no longer is that the case. So the guys just keep getting better and better in practice. That's a credit to, first of all, the players, but our coaches are doing a good job. And our 9 guys, assistant coaches, just keep getting these guys better. And then all of a sudden, Ben Victor, 4 weeks ago, didn't know right or left, and now all of a sudden we're saying, get him in the game. And I'm seeing that at other positions as well.
Great, Coach. Thank you.